The following is a presentation of GRS TV.
It is playoff time in Texas from Homer B. Johnson Stadium tonight. We've got a Class 6A Division I bi-district playoff between the Sachse Mustangs and the Plano East Panthers here on GRS TV. Hi again, everybody. Scott Powell along with Bobby George. We're glad you're with us tonight. And interesting matchup here tonight. One of the best matchups in the area. Sachse has won their third straight undefeated district championship. They won their last 7 in a row after going 0-3 in the non-district play. They're 7-3 overall. Plano East is the last team that Sachse lost to close out non-district play. Plano East is 8-2. They finished second in their district, Bobby, and boy, they've got a great offense. And they also beat Sachse again 29-7 earlier this year.
Yeah, 29-7. But earlier in this year, remember that game? It was the third game at Sachse's season. It was an hour-and-a-half lightning delay, so the game got started late. And then Beltran, their starter that was in for their first 2 games, got hurt before the game, so he was out. And then Xavier Foreman, the lefty junior, started. It was his first start. The first quarter, he came out and he threw a 52-yard bomb and got him on the board. But after that, he got hurt. And then Parker Wells, the sophomore, came in, and they only threw 20 yards total passing after that 52-yard touchdown. So on the whole night, they were only 71 total passing, 174 yards rushing, 4 completed passes the entire game. And so they had 3 turnovers. It was just an ugly night for them. They are a completely different team now. And, of course, you've got Rose coming in. He started the last 5 games, and he's on fire. Sachse's on fire. And, after winning as strong as they did against Rowlett, we're going to look for a real strong game against Sachse.
As you can see, Miles Nash takes the opening kickoff and a nice return out to the 32-yard line. That's where Sachse will set up shop, and Derek Rose will be the quarterback. Sachse going left to right in their maroon jerseys with red and white trim, red and blue helmets, and white pants tonight. Plano East is in all gray except for their dark helmets, gray tops, gray bottoms with black numerals and red and black trim. First and 10 against a 3-man front, couple of linebackers. Here go the Mustangs from their own 32. Right hash mark, gonna hand it. Nope, Rose is gonna keep it on the option, but he is going to be hit down for no gain. He reached the line of scrimmage and then was driven back by the first hit there. Trenton Darby, your second leading tackler. He's a linebacker, averaging 8.5 a game. Their top 3 tacklers are all linebackers, so look for that tonight. They're going to be in on a lot of plays. 3 receivers left this time as Rose takes the snap. He'll give on the dive to KJ Williams. KJ with a quick 4, but Sachse's going to be about 5 yards short of the first down with third down coming.
That's okay. You want a third and manageable situation here. And, they're filling the guys out right now. The linemen are filling their guys out, trying to figure out what's going to work and how to play these guys.
Fake handoff, Rose rolling out. He'll fire, caught for the first down. Was Miles Nash as he'll step out of bounds, but just a quick little flare pass out onto the flat, just enough for the first down, move the chains at the 46.
It's a really nice play. Now they've run the quarterback option with it. They've handed the ball off once, and now he's rolled out and thrown a beautiful pass.
Yeah, I like the play calling so far, mixing it up. 3 different plays to start out. First and 10 Mustangs. Fake handoff here. Rose will keep it, find some running room, fighting for the first down. He's got it as he breaks a couple of tackles, and Derek Rose is out to the 43 of Plano East. Pretty good drive to start things.
Yeah, they get right in behind. You can see number 71, Josh Velasquez, right here pulling guard. Boom, gets a great block there and springs him.
Hanging on for the tackle was Johnny Cisneros, one of their linebackers. Against the 3-man front, once again, Sachse spreading the field. 2 receivers each way. Rose just a straight drop. Lots of time over the middle. Incomplete. Trent Dean got a hand on it, but it was a little bit too tall, and it'll be second down.
Wow, East really was lucky there because Dean is breaking away. And look at the line protection here. He's got all day to set and throw.
Good serve T back there.
Boy, and it just little bit in front of him, a little bit over his head, but Trent Dean is just breaking away. So big play right there.
Close to being pass interference as Hudson had an arm on his back, but nothing serious. Rose on the keeper is driven back to the turf after a short gain. Good hit there from Trenton Darby, who's had a couple of tackles early on. Third down coming.
Well, it looked like he had a lot of room to run. He's breaking through the middle, and then all of a sudden Darby just closes in. 3rd and 8, Sachse already 1 for 1 on 3rd down in this drive, which started back at their 32. Opening possession, glad you're with us tonight here from Homer B. Johnson. It's serious playoff time here in Texas. 3 receivers out to the left, ball center of the field. Williams now in motion to the left. Rose is looking left. Has all day to throw it. He'll go down the middle. Dean is open. He makes the catch for the first down at the 21. The defender kind of fell down at the last second. Dean was wide open. Yeah, I don't understand. They put 3 wideouts over the left, and then they faked the throw over there. I guess they thought Dean was going to go wide open in the middle, but the coverage was there. It's just the defender, number 12, Braylon Henderson, falls down, and Dean picks it up.
1st and 10, Stangs at the 21 of Plano East. KJ Williams takes this handoff, tries to bounce it outside, but he will not have the sideline because he was hit early by Jake Hart, another linebacker. Boy, the linebackers make all their tackles, except for passes over the middle down the field where the secondaries had to make it. That is a gain of nothing. 2nd and 10 coming.
Yeah, KJ Williams, he tries to break it outside a little bit, but maybe their best play here is to just take, they've only got 3 down linemen, so maybe it's just take it right up the middle on them.
Rose does take it up the middle on the quarterback draw. He's got a first down. He got to the 5-yard line before he was make it the 10-yard line, but that's going to be enough for the first down. He needed just outside the 10. So Sachse's going to have a fresh set of downs here. You
see what's going on here is they're putting 3 wide receivers out, and then they're also taking their running back and putting them out. So they got 4 wide receivers to one side, and it's making East spread their defense so thin that it's going to set up the run.
Quick hitch screen to Cromer. He gets a little bit of running room up the near sideline to the 6 for a gain of 4. 2nd and goal coming.
Yeah, Plano East defense is having to spread so far to cover all of these receivers that it's leaving the middle of the field wide open. And, then they get people sneaking in to stop the run, and then they toss it out to Cromer over there.
Got a couple of blocks, including one from KJ Williams. 2nd and goal from the 6. Going to hand it Williams right guard as he plunges to about the 3, maybe the 2-yard line. Sachse's 2 for 2 on 3rd down. They're going to have to convert one more time here on 3rd and goal.
Well, I think I'm going to get in behind Larry Wynn and Josh Velasquez and run that ball straight up the middle again.
Solo by Jalen Brown.
They put the ball down at the 3. 3rd and goal, Mustangs looking for the early lead in this bi-district playoff. Fake handoff, Rose keeps it, Rose, touchdown, Sachse.
Woo, what a big difference having a quarterback that can run the ball and throw it.
What a drive for the Mustangs. They go 68 yards, use
well, that's just
about
a
4.5 off the clock
right there. You see that big defensive lineman by himself, and Rose makes him miss and is strong enough to also run through that arm tackle.
12 plays, 68 yards. Pretty impressive. The extra point coming. Chase Franks with the kick, and the kick is good. We've got our first time out on the field as you see the Sachse bench with the participants on the touchdown. Derek Rose, number 7. 7:41 left in our first quarter. Sachse 7, Plano East nothing on GRS TV. Four first downs on that 68-yard drive for Sachse. Very impressive opening drive as they lead it 7-0. Kicking off for the Mustangs is Addison Perez. He does the kickoffs. as Franks does the extra points and the place kicking. It's a short kick, but a short return. Good coverage there by the Sachse kickoff team, as Plano East will start at their own 26-yard line. 7:36 left first quarter.
Now Sachse, they've been really good on defense. They've been only allowing 15 points per game and 225 total yards. So they've been real good, but that could be partly because they had a weak district. You know, they got a shutout in Garland, a shutout South. They shut out Rowlett, and they only allowed Naaman 6 points and North 9 points. It could be because, you know, our district is kind of down, that their offense or their defense looks so good.
Brandon Mallory, the quarterback, 34 touchdown passes, just 8 interceptions on the year. He's got time to throw. Going to go deep down the hash mark. It is caught for a big gainer all the way to the Sachse 38 by Braylon Henderson. He's their third leading receiver. 80 catches, 226 yards coming in. 726, excuse me.
Yeah, you wouldn't think that the lefty-hander would be able to get somebody that open downfield on the very first play from scrimmage, but Mallory, you know, he's 61% completion rating. He leads the entire area. He's #1 in the entire area in passing. So you're going, oh, it's a fumble.
Ball is on the ground. We also got penalty markers all over the field. That was a 36-yard pass completion on the first play. And the referee, Steve Owens, with the call procedure against Plano East, so they just killed the play, Bobby, and nobody heard it. 5-yard walk-off back to the 43-yard line.
Well, you know, Sachse's defense has really been studying this quarterback all week, and these receivers, Anderson and Allison. They're both, Allison's number 8 in the area, and Anderson's #3 in the area. So I say Braylon Brooks and Micah Buchanan are going to have a great game today.
Henderson, who had that catch, is 15th in the area. Here's a handoff on a sweep right to Jones, their top running back, and he never had a chance to even turn the corners. He was cut down for a loss of 6 back to the 49. Jack Forthman replacing Hunter Spears, their star defensive lineman who's out for the season.
Well,
nice play here.
We saw him last week against Rowlett playing so dominant. We called his name over and over and over. By the fourth quarter, those running backs didn't want the ball anymore because Forthman was hitting them so hard. And, boy, he just showed out right there tonight.
Second down, 20 needed. They're going to run the tunnel screen. It is caught, breaking a tackle early in the catch, but down quickly after that is the receiver. That's Jalen Anderson, their top receiver, with 907 yards.
And Forthman there again on the hustle back play to get the tackle.
So because of the penalty and the loss on first down, it is going to be 3rd and 15 for Plano East. They're going to get to the Sachse 28-yard line. Could be 4-down territory, though, in Sachse territory. Mallory, couple of step drop. The lefty's in trouble, and he's down for a sack back at his own 48-yard line. Defensive line play is going to be big for Sachse tonight. And Bobby, that was Anthony Ananwu.
Yeah, he's 6'3", 225 pounds, showing up at the right time. Look at that. He just beats the lineman right off the bat. Number 77, trying to block him. He swims underneath him and just fires through the hole. Gets a huge sack.
Here comes a punt. Pretty good rush, but he gets it off the left-footed kicker. This is a low liner. It's going to be caught at the 8-yard line. A short return up the far sideline, and Sachse's going to be backed up as Plano East flips the field here.
So outside of that one 35-yard pass, boy, Sachse really stopped Plano East.
43-yard punt, 5:03 left here in the first quarter. Sachse will start from their own 16-yard line. They went 68 yards in 12 plays to take the early 7-0 lead. Rose will be in shotgun. KJ Williams to the right in the pistol formation. Man in motion, that's Dean, and he'll take the handoff. Looking for a block as he arrives at the near sideline, and he gets none. As Chase Cromer could not get the block, and Dean is going to be dropped after a 1-yard gain, it appears.
Yeah, after you get going sideways, it's hard to plant that foot and get straight up field. And it looks like Plano East just was able to string it out all the way. But you got to decide, hey, I've got to go upfield eventually here.
2nd and 9 at the 17. 2 receivers each way for the Mustangs. Going to fake the handoff. Rose rolling, evades trouble and throws incomplete. Too tall. It was also well covered. He tried to hit Cameron Cromer up the hash mark.
Boy, he had Miles Nash setting wide open in the flats, and I think he saw him. He just decided to go to Cromer instead. But it's a more difficult throw when Cromer's going towards the middle of the field and you're rolling to the outside. It's a difficult throw. He probably would like to have that one over and just toss that out to Nash.
Had the pressure coming. It may have forced him to unload that earlier than he wanted to. It's almost good it was overthrown because it could have been picked off. They had such good coverage. 3rd and 9. Sachse's 2 out of 2 on 3rd down. Rose,
great block.
Nobody open, so he rolls and throws. It's caught by Dean. He had the first down, circles the wagons, and still gets more up the far sideline. Great play by Trent Dean with his 2nd catch to the 41-yard line.
Well, you got to give a lot of credit. I think it's KJ Williams that's playing in the backfield right there. He sees the blitz from the outside. Let's see who gets that right here. Yeah, see how he gets that blitz, the blitz man, and then that opens it up for him to step up in the pocket, throw it out to Trent Dean.
Boy, he did circles around Solomon Hudson, the cornerback over there. KJ Williams takes the handoff, tried to cut it outside. He's going to be cut down before he can get to the boundary. Pretty good speed by that Plano East defense. Again, Trenton Darby having a heck of a night so far with the tackle.
I'm pretty sure that's why they're trying to spread him out so that Darby's not in on all those tackles. They want to get him out on the perimeter and then run it up the middle.
Darby, a linebacker, 2nd on the team, averaging 8.5 tackles a game. He's already got 3 or 4 tonight, number 14. Keep an eye on him.
Well, we see a lot of switching out of the linemen right now. They're moving some linemen out and some linemen back in for Sachse.
Latrey Harris just came off the field, one of their big linemen. 2nd and 10 Mustangs. Play action fake. Rose has time on the slant. It is caught. A nice diving catch. We've also got a penalty marker. This could be pushing off by somebody. The catch was made by Chase Cromer, but check the flag.
Well, you know, Derek Rose coming in is 26 of 39 at 67%. He only has 526 yards. He hadn't had to throw it very much, but he's come out throwing it tonight.
And looking good doing it. It looks like it's going to be a penalty. Yeah, interference against Plano East. Sachse could get 15 with a walk-off, so let's see what they decide to do here.
Defense.
Steve Owens, your referee.
15 yards, previous spot.
I think if they take the penalty, they're going to get more than if they take the play, because it's going to be just a couple more yards to take the penalty, it looks like. First down either way for the Mustangs.
Great
Just a
catch.
perfect pass. It took good location, or that might have been knocked away, or it was good defense from Plano East. That's a tough thread the needle type pass. They're going to take a 1st and 10 at the Plano East 46-yard line. Torrey Washington with his first carry, and he had trouble finding running room, but he got a lot out of very little. Good job of window shopping. He got 5 to the 41.
Yeah, good analogy right there. He doesn't just shoot through the hole. He tries to get behind that big old wall of linemen. So he just tries to find it. He hides behind there, and boom, all of a sudden a little hole opens up, and he carries it on.
66, Jalen Brown with the first hit. One of their defensive linemen. Actually, he's a nose guard tonight who pursued down the line. 2nd and 5 at the Plano East 41. Sachse holding on to the football for most of this first quarter, leading 7-0. And they're putting together another long drive here. Rose, 2-step drop. Now he's going to have to take off with it as the pressure came. He does. Now he looked like he's going to unload it. Now he reverses his field.
Got him.
We have a penalty marker. The pass is complete. Just enough for the first down to Trent Dean one more time. But check the marker thrown by the line judge. It's going to be an illegal receiver downfield, which happens when your quarterback is scrambling. So wipe out the play. That really is easy to happen when your quarterback's running around the way he was.
What? It just shows you that Rose has so much speed and confidence in his ability.
An illegal man downfield on the offense, number 79. 5 yards, previous
It
spot.
is just a 5-yard walk-off, but they're going to lose on field position about 10 yards by having the penalty. So it's going to be 2nd and 10 back at the original line of scrimmage, the 46.
And really, they don't call these penalties very much. You can see where 79 is. He goes and just makes a block. It didn't look like he went downfield, but
Tell you, that scrambling ability is why Derrick Rose is your quarterback. He's by far the most mobile of the 4 quarterbacks they've used this year. And they finally settled on Rose, I think, for that reason. KJ Williams with a handoff, and he has nowhere to go. Actually, that's Torrey Washington, who's down at the 44. He got 2 back, but it's going to be 3rd down and 8. Make it 7.
Torrey Washington's carried the ball 61 times this season, 481 yards. He's about 8 yards a carry. 4 touchdowns on the year.
Bobby Sachse is 3 out of 3 on 3rd down. Now, if they don't get it, this could be 4-down territory. It'd be too long for a field goal. Big play here. 3 receivers to the left. That's the far side of the field. Chase Cromer, the lone receiver, right. Torrey Washington still in there at running back in the pistol formation. Rose, again, lots of time. Now he's going to roll it left and look downfield. Throws it incomplete in between 2 receivers. Nobody was really open. Dean and Cromer were there.
Yeah,
it'll be 4th down. It looks like they're going to punt this.
Yeah, it looked like that he started to roll, and he was wanting some of his receivers to start moving around for him. Nobody moved for him. They didn't take it upfield. The guys downfield didn't come back to the ball. He didn't have anybody to throw it to. He just throws it away.
Sachse wants to keep this field position. That's why I think they're punting here from their own 43 on 4th and 7, trying to pin Plano East deep here. Perez, the punter. It's a high one, which forces a fair catch at the 16-yard line. And that's where Plano East will take over for their 2nd possession. They did not get a first down their first one. 1:22 left. Again, Sachse's held the ball for a lot of this first quarter. Keep that prolific passing game off the field if you can. They're doing a good job of that. And keep them backed up. Plano East started at their 26 last time.
Yeah, and they only had that one long bomb pass. That was all they got. Yeah, that was it. After that, there was nothing. Sachse was really able to put some pressure on the quarterback.
Actually, they got 1 first down and then failed on 3rd down. My fault there. The first down came on that first play. Here they go on 1st and 10. Jones, the running back, he'll take the handoff and is stacked up for nothing. Very slow developing run there. It took him a while to get to the line. It's a gain of 2. Ryan Jones, one of the men in the middle there.
Yeah, and we're calling out number 46 quite a bit. We haven't been seeing him much this season, but
listed as a backup.
Is really playing good.
Getting some playing time, listed as a backup on the depth chart. 2nd down and let's call it 9 for Plano East. Mallory going to go deep down this near sideline, incomplete. He just laid it out there and hoped that Josh Allenson would run under it, but he had too far to go. Pretty good coverage from Sachse also.
That's what I'd say. I think Carter played really good right there. 5'11", 185 pounds. He's running stride for stride with him, and in fact, he puts his shoulders kind of on him to drive him out of bounds while he's running, so you can't ask for much better coverage than that.
2nd 3rd down play of the night coming for Plano East. They need 9 or they'd have to punt it away deep in their own territory.
You know, I think number 46, Anthony Anyanwa, I think he's come in for Hunter Spears. You know, Hunter Spears is playing sometimes over there, and he's out today.
Big 3rd down and 9 for the Panthers. Mallory wants to throw. He's under pressure. Guess who got him? The man you were just talking about for a loss.
Woo, is he having a game? That's 2 sacks tonight for him. He's like, see, but should have been playing me all game. Look, he just rolls right over big number 77, just bulldozes him over. Man, you can't ask for anything better than that. That's the 2nd time he's pancaked the guy that's standing over him and got a sack.
Clock running with 10 seconds. The wind is at Plano East back here, so you'd think they want to get this off in the next 6 seconds, and they will. Here comes the rush again. Didn't get this one either. It's a high, pretty good kick that's going to be caught and dropped at the 49, but picked up immediately and returned by Braylon Brooks of the Mustangs. Pretty good punt there.
Well, that's a real good punt. I mean, he punts it out of the middle of the end zone. It goes to the 50-yard line before
42
Brooks,
yards, Bobby.
Yeah, before Brooks. Oh, did they get a penalty?
Oh, boy, they avoided it beautifully. Close. That took a lot of acrobatics to avoid the punter. That was close to giving them a first down. Great work by our GRS TV crew there. Now, let's take a break. That's the end of the first. It's 7-0 Sachse here on GRS TV.
Everybody choose GISD, a diverse community, providing exceptional education to every kid we see. That's the mission. Reaching the future by driving excellence. Yeah, that's the vision. We have values. We believe every student can learn, and every student deserves our best. You ready for your turn? Come join us and be a part you could be. Garland ISD proud too.
First and 10, Sachse at midfield. Miles Nash with his first carry. He goes through a hole and gets close to the first down, although they're going to give him a poor mark at the 36. Looked like he got the first at the 35, but a 2nd and 1, almost a free play coming. Some of the folks on hand tonight here at Homer B. Johnson Stadium. Good crowd, great setting for a great football game tonight.
Well, you get these big linemen getting to that 3rd level.
2nd and short, and Sachse gets the first down easily. Nash for a quick 2 and move the chains to the 34 of Plano East.
They're getting these guys, these big linemen are getting, they're hitting the first guys, and then they're getting to those linebackers. And when you can do that, that really can spring your running game. They're able to get back to that 2nd level, and that creates nice lanes for your runners.
Who having trouble with the snap is Rose, and that just blew the play up, and he's tackled for a big loss by Josh Blagowski, their top tackler for the Panthers. Had 92 tackles coming in. The timing was completely thrown off.
He's lucky he got that ball back.
Oh yeah, a juggling act by Derek Rose.
Yeah, he's just an athlete, though. That's what you get when you have somebody like him in the game. You can get those kind of plays.
Mustangs now behind the chains with a 2nd and 16 from the Plano East 40. Marshall Frost in motion across the backfield. Rose wants to throw. Deep over the middle, incomplete, way too tall for one of the Cromer brothers. That was Cameron, and they are not the tallest receivers in the world, the Cromer brothers, as you saw there.
Yeah, he was open, though. He had him. He let it fly too high.
No fault at all of Cameron Cromer. That was way too tall for anybody, really. So 3rd and 16. Could be 4-down territory because they're out of field goal range. Sachse 3 out of 4 on 3rd down tonight.
Boy, when you have those negative plays like that, it really sets you back a little bit.
Might try and get a little bit here, and the rest of it on the next play. Rose deep middle, way too far, and for the intended receiver, Trent Dean. Good double coverage there from Plano East. Solomon Hudson, one of the 2 defenders, who's having a good night. And they're going to bring on the punt unit, very similar to the last possession where Sachse stalled out about the 40 and then punted it deep and pushed the Panthers back. They'd like the same thing here.
Yeah, when you're on the 40, though, and you got to punt this ball, if it goes into the end zone, it's coming out to the 25, so you're only going to net 15 yards.
He had it caught at the 16 last time on a fair catch. I think they'd like a little deeper than that. And that's going to be very similar. Going to catch it at the 11.
That's
so
as good
5
as you
extra.
can get right there, yeah. Because if you kick it too far, it goes in the end zone, it only nets you 15 yards. You don't want that. You don't want him to catch it and take off running and even be worse. So if he can fair catch it on the 11-yard line, boy, your punter's done their job.
Time of possession, a little over 10 minutes for Sachse, and we are early in the 2nd quarter. They are keeping this Plano East passing attack off the field so far in this first half. Leading at 7-0, the Mustangs are, as they went 68 yards on their first possession of the game. Now we got a 2-back set for the Panthers from their own 11, going left to right here in the 2nd quarter in those gray uniforms. Quarterback's going to keep it up the middle. Mallory, boy, they went for the fake handoff, and Mallory had lots of green in front of him. He's just not the quickest guy in the world, as we saw there, Bobby, but it was wide open. 14 yards for Mallory.
Boy, they just all went for the run because, Mallory doesn't run that often, so it really got him.
Yeah.
Now they'll be watching.
And you see
for
why.
him.
He's very much a lumbering runner. It looks like he's in slow motion when he runs.
Well, when you're ranked number 1 in the entire area and throwing the ball,
yeah,
you don't have to run.
Derek Rose might have gone the distance if he was the quarterback on that opening they had for him. Here's a short gain and then driven back by the front wall of Sachse's defense. Nothing available there for Trey Scott Jones. No gain on the play, 2nd and 10.
Oh, big old Yarbrough coming off the bottom of that. He's 275 pounds. Watch him here. Gets the first hit and then grabs hold and pulls him backwards. Look at that. That's strength right there. You're not going anywhere, he said.
Linebacker Jordan Brooks was also there, number 44. 2nd and 10.
Play.
Movement in the defensive line. As he said, a free play probably going to go deep down that far side. Up for grabs, incomplete. It just became a jump ball situation. And
Matthew Carter is just playing outstanding over there. You can see what Mallory likes to do with Plano East. He likes to throw it deep and let his guy go and get it. And I tell you,
Offside.
that defense over there has been
Number
great.
94.
yeah, the coverage is
5 yards,
outstanding. Of
previous
course,
spot.
the pass rush
Remain
has
second
not
down.
hurt anything, Bobby. They've had pretty good pressure on Mallory all night.
Carter's running step by step, you know, with their number 1 receiver.
5-yard penalty. This will make it 2nd and 5 at the 30-yard line. Jones in the pistol to the right of Mallory. Play action fake. Mallory has time this time. Tried to hit Anderson on the slant pass, but it was way too tall. Incomplete.
Yeah, Braylon Brooks may have had something to say about that. He was covering him tight. If that ball would have been thrown on target, it may have been picked off.
3rd and 5. Plano East 0 for 2 on 3rd down tonight. That's one reason they're having trouble moving the ball. The other reason is they can't get the ball for very long tonight. Sachse dominating, but only leading 7-0 here, 9-11 second quarter.
You know, when Sachse came out in the first possession, they were lining up in some crazy offensive, you know, They had 4 wideouts on one side and spreading everybody out, and
Mallory
it was working.
with a pitch to the outside and cut down after a short gain is Joseph Carter, and the mark says it's going to be 4th and short, Bobby.
Oh, my goodness.
Sachse has held one more time, and here comes the punt unit.
Boy, Jordan Brooks, watch him. He's come from the middle. See him in the middle of the field? Chase this guy down all the way.
That takes speed, folks, at the linebacker positions. Plano East 0 for 3 on 3rd down. They're going to have to punt it away here on 4th.
Of course, he's playing with one hand, too, because he's got his hand all casted up. Very difficult to make plays like that when you got a 5-pound cast on your arm.
Good snap, plenty of time, and this is a nice high wobbler toward the far sideline. See if he gets a roll. That's caught on the run at the 35, but a short return. That high punt led to good coverage from the Panthers, and on the return, as always, is Braylon Brooks for 6 yards to the 41.
The Sachse fans, they've got a lot to root for tonight. I mean, this is a big night. It's a beautiful night, too. It's probably mid-60s out there, very little wind. Just a great night. This is what all these guys play for all season long. They're trying to get ready for this game tonight.
4 receivers, 3 to the left here on 1st down. Rose will fake the handoff and keep it. He gets pulled down from behind after he reached the 45 for a gain of 4. That looked like it was go bigger than it did, as pulling him down from behind was Kevon Hamilton, their top defensive lineman.
You know, I've noticed that these guys, when they get their hands on you, they're really strong.
Yeah, that is a great point, especially on that tackle right there.
They grab you and they almost push you backwards once they tackle you.
Hamilton's got 10 tackles for sacks, 8 for losses, and 30 quarterback pressures. He is their top lineman on defense. Here's a short gain up the middle by Nash, who's being bottled up so far tonight, Sachse's leading rusher.
I love watching Latrey Harris right there, though, man. He is a lot of fun to watch play. You see him down there in the middle. He's number 65. He's 6'2", 390 pounds, and well, he gets his claws on you, and he starts driving you down to the ground. See him right there, right over the center.
Sachse's 3 out of 5 on 3rd down. Need 5 here. Caught. 1st down in Plano East territory, as Cameron Cromer made the catch coming across the field from Derek Rose.
I tell you, Derek Rose is just getting better and better and better. The more games he plays at quarterback, the better he gets, and he really can throw the ball really nice on the run.
Bobby, the difference in this game might be 3rd down. Sachse's 4 out of 6. Plano East is 0 for 3 on 3rd down so far. Sachse with a fresh set at the Plano East 38-yard line, leading 7-0. We're almost midway through the second quarter. Nash takes the handoff and another short gain. Give Plano East credit. They're doing a good job on Miles Nash, not allowing him to bounce it outside, as their linebacker Josh Blagowski made the tackle.
Yeah, as we were talking earlier, though, you know how Sachse came out in that opening drive, and they would have 4 wideouts on one side and 1 on the other. It just spread those linebackers out so well that, you know, Rose had a lot of running room up the middle, and I'm wondering if they're going to go back to that here in a little bit.
2nd and 8. They're bringing the rush with Blagowski. He tries to run down Nash, but Nash dropped the football, it appears. There's a scramble at the 34 of Plano East. Who's got it? This is a big one.
Neither team's saying.
The officials are unpiling, and it looks like they're going to give it back to Sachse. And a gain of 2 on the play, 3rd down coming.
Well, let's see. He gets, oh, it just pops straight out. Look at that.
We got a timeout taken by Sachse. Let's take one also. 6:25 left, second quarter. Sachse 7, Plano East nothing. Sachse on the move here on GRS TV.
Loose ball and call their first.
Bobby, you noticed something before the commercial about Derek Rose.
Yeah, it looked to me like he was in on that scramble to get the ball back. And when he was down there, look, his ankle got a little twisted. Now it looks like he's doing a little bit of a limp when he's walking now. We'll see if this affects him throughout the game.
Doesn't look too serious. They need him. It's 3rd and 6. Could be 4-down territory at the Plano East 34. 3-man rush, that's all they're sending as Rose has a lot of time. Steps up in the pocket, fires over the middle, incomplete. He was hit, Miles Nash was, as the ball arrived, but no interference called by the officials.
Boy, it looked like they got hit a little early to me.
Well, let's see what the GRS TV replay tells us. Here we go.
Nash is spread out to the right, and he just does a crossing pattern.
All day to throw. Little high. Couldn't really tell there, could we? It's 4th down. Sachse is not in field goal range, and it looks like they're going to take another timeout. So let's take another timeout. 6:12 second quarter, 7-0 Sachse on GRS TV. Scott Powell, Bobby George back at Homer B. Johnson Stadium. Big play coming up for Sachse. They've got a 7-0 lead and a 4th and 6 at the Plano East 34-yard line. Almost halfway through the second quarter. Rose wants to throw. Here comes the rush. He gets it off. Tried to hit Marshall Frost in one-on-one coverage, and it looked like they were not on the same page. Incomplete.
Yeah, you go in, it's 4th down, you call a timeout, you set up this play, and then when it gets executed, it just kind of looks like, well, I'm not sure if he even ran the right pattern. It looked like Rose thought he was going to break it to the outside, and if he did, that pass would have been completed, but it looked like they were just running down the field completely on different pages there.
Here come the Panthers of Plano East, down 7-0. Going to send 3 receive, well, 2, as they have 2 backs, one on either side of Brandon Mallory in shotgun. Tall Brandon Mallory, looks like he's 6'2", 6'3", easily. Play action fake, throws it down the middle. It's caught by a wide open Henderson, Braylon Henderson. He's got a first down to the Sachse 46. Gain of 20.
Yeah, now he was wide open. There was nobody even around him. I'm not sure what happened here, but the closest guy there was 10 yards away. Sachse pretty much dominating the game so far. They just couldn't get in the end zone. They've been on Plano East's side of the field the whole time.
Going to run the option to the short side and
took a hit.
Pounded down hard by Ryan Jones was Brandon Mallory. Also Bryce Robinson there, the top tackler on the year for Sachse.
Yeah, Bryce Robinson comes down 220 pounds right here, right in your face mask. Watch this. Boom.
Yeah, Bryce had the big hit while Ryan had the first hit. Ryan Jones, number 95, 2nd and 9 for Plano East.
Plano East only has a total 36 yards.
Sachse's dominated the time of possession. Here's a quick out screen pass, hitch screen. It's caught.
Stay with him.
Looking for running room is Allison as he just circles around and finally goes down after a 3-yard gain. Great pursuit by the Mustangs.
Yeah, I say they only have 36 total yards, and people might remember that the opening drive they threw a 50-yarder or whatever, but they've also been sacked 2 or 3 times and lost a lot of yards on those sacks. So
yeah,
Rowlett has held them to a total of 36 yards.
Yeah, remember in high school and college, folks, the sacks come off of the rushing yardage of the team, unlike the NFL. 2nd or 3rd down and 6. Plano East has time to throw deep to this near side, open and caught for a first down and run out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. And on the receiving end was Joseph Carter. And he got some distance between him and the defender here, as you'll see.
Yeah, it kind of just had Jordan Brooks on him, which is a linebacker.
Yeah.
Boy, what a tough catch that is.
What a mismatch there for Brooks. 1st and goal at the 14 after a 28-yard gain on 3rd down. Panthers are threatening to tie this game. Mallory on the option will keep it for a short gain to the 13. As that hole closed in a hurry, the one that he chose.
Yeah, they're kind of keying on Mallory now. They're like, earlier we were seeing them just breaking through there, but this time they're sitting there waiting on him to do that read option and take off running, and Yarbrough right there on the stop.
We're under 4 minutes left here in the first half. Sachse trying to hold on to a 7-0 lead, but Plano East is threatening and knocking on the door here. We're going to play action fake. Mallory to the corner of the end zone, jump ball. It looks like it's caught. Now the ball is on the ground, incomplete.
Well, that was great coverage, but boy, did he go up tall to get that ball.
Jalen Anderson looked like he had it, but then got it dislodged. There is a penalty marker in the end zone. Looked like a late flag, Bobby.
Well, they shouldn't call a pass interference here. Oh, and they are.
Well, I'd love to see the replay, and I bet we get one here.
Usually when they go for a jump ball like that, there's no pass interference. They let them play it out.
Unless the defender didn't turn around. Let's see what the defender's doing.
I mean, great coverage. Look at this.
How is this pass interference? Oh, I don't know.
Oh, he pushed that ball out of there. Just beautiful defense.
Boy, that's a ticky-tacky call that appeared there. Sachse wants a timeout, it looks like, over here on their sideline, but
either way, it gives them a first down on the 2-yard line, but
yeah, in the end zone, 1st and goal to 2.
Yeah, I think Braden Brooks really played good there.
Mallory's just going to keep it, and he tries to back his way to the goal line. He's going to be stopped inside the 1.
Yeah,
he is inches from the goal line.
Yeah, they got behind their big offensive lineman, Mason Rader, and boy, they just tried to push their way through there.
Pretty good drive here. The big play was a 28-yard completion. It started all the way back at their 34-yard line.
Robinson making the stop.
Can Sachse come up with a goal line stand here and hold on to their lead, maybe force a field goal?
Yeah, they've converted on 2 3rd and longs to get down here.
2nd and goal at the 1. Wasson, the back to the right. Jones to the left. Jones goes in motion. Mallory going to just keep it. No! He fights for the goal line, and his big, tall frame got across. We do have a penalty marker on the far side thrown by the head linesman.
And it looks like maybe an offense must have went in motion or something here.
Could be offsides defense. It's offsides defense. When they let the play go on, it's usually going to be offsides. They usually kill it if it's procedure.
Yeah, sometimes they do. You're right.
Plano East is going to probably try for the extra point, although, they're looking to the sideline like they may go for this, Bobby. Do they not have a kicker? 7-6 game, and you're going to go for it? Well, here they come off the field. Now they're going to run the unit out there. They just kind of waited to the last second. It looks like they will kick here, the extra point. And doing the kicking is number 31, Angel Martinez. Just sounds like a kicker, doesn't he? Soccer player type kicker. Good hold. Kick is up. Almost wide, but he got it in the left upright. We have a penalty marker down. I'm thinking offsides because everybody's running off the field, and it's against Sachse, I would think.
Penalty decline. Extra point is good.
So let's take a timeout. 2:54 left in our first half. Brand new ball game. Let's start all over. Sachse 7, Plano East 7 here on GRS TV. Pretty good scoring drive for Plano East. 66 yards in 6 plays. Used 3 minutes and 14 seconds off the clock.
Sachse actually played really good defense there. They were just able to convert 2 big third down conversions, and they were 3rd and longs.
And the pass interference was an 11-yard penalty to the 2-yard line. Questionable call in the end zone. Here's a kickoff return for the Mustangs. Good blocking. Cutting it to the outside. That's Torrey Washington. He's got a lot of speed, and he showed it. And Sachse is going to start with good field position at their 47 thanks to Washington.
Boy, it kind of took a crazy bounce, but Washington picks it up off that second bounce there, boom.
Watch
and
the
then
blocking.
all of a sudden, it just opened up.
Look at that blocking. That's what you call a wedge right there on the kickoff return.
Boy, if is that 14? Is that Darby?
Yeah, he's made a lot of tackles for Plano East.
If he wasn't able to get him right there, he's on the move for a touchdown, I think.
So the Mustangs only have 1 timeout, but 2:47 left in the first half. Plano East has all 3 of their timeouts. Sachse used 2 on consecutive plays in the first quarter. Going to hand it to Torrey Washington, sweeping right. Looking for a block. He's got the sideline. Washington will be run out of bounds, but not before he gets the first down, about the 32.
Well, that's the difference right there. When you're going from side to side, like we saw earlier, it's getting strung out, but then all of a sudden you hit that, plant that foot, and you take it straight up field and find that hole.
Braylon Henderson going both ways made the tackle for Plano East. First down at the 34 after the 13-yard gain by Torrey. Now they're going to hand it. Nope, play action, little read keeper by Rose, who fights his way and backs to the 25 for a gain of 8. Pretty simple play, and Rose got 8 out of it.
Yeah, it's so tricky, though, because you got a guy coming in motion. They're already thinking he's going to take the handoff there. Everybody moves that way, and then Rose holds onto it and gets outside.
Well, you got to think Rose is the MVP of this team. Their season has turned around since he took over at the quarterback position. Played at younger ages, but came in as a wide receiver, and a really good wide receiver, by the way. Derek wants to throw over the middle. Oh, what a shot Miles Nash takes as the ball arrived.
Yeah, and in the pros, that's maybe an ejection out of the game, or even it's definitely a first down for targeting. They let it go here in high school level for some reason.
Here we go on the replay. See if what Bobby's saying is true on this shot. Whoa. Think he led with the shoulder or not? He tried to, it appeared.
It doesn't matter. It's hitting a defenseless receiver in the pros. They don't allow it anymore.
That's Braylon Henderson with a hit.
I just don't understand why, if they want to protect pro athletes, why do they not want to protect high school athletes?
And college, they're doing it too. Rose is going to keep it, gets a block, and has a first down. Still going as he bounced off. He fumbled it out of bounds, but they're going to mark him out inside the 10.
I could see that ball way out there, and I thought, oh, my goodness, if he gets hit, that's going to be a fumble. And it was. It just luckily it was out of bounds.
Sachse is 5 out of 8 on third down tonight. That's been a key. A lot of third down plays. A gain of 18 and a first and goal at the 8 for the Mustangs. 1:51, but the clock is stopped. They're still hanging on to that 1 timeout. That's a lot of time from the 8-yard line. Gonna hand it again, and was that KJ Williams? Yes, it was. A short gain to the 6.
Pick up of 2 down to the 6. Solo by Johnson.
You can just let this clock run because it's a non-factor in this situation. 1:25 and counting.
Second and goal for the Mustangs from the 6.
What do you do here? Roll out, I'd say, for one thing.
I think you spread them out.
Plano East doing a pretty good job between the tackles. Rose is going to keep it up the middle, fighting to the 2-yard line, and it'll be 3rd and goal. You might use your one timeout here. I don't know. It depends on whether you want to go on 4th down. You might need the timeout. We're under a minute.
Boy, spread them out now. Just get everybody spread as far as you can, and then let Rose take a run for it.
Blagowski, number 9, with another tackle. 3rd and goal at the 2, 45 seconds and counting.
He's going to get under center.
Yeah, he's going under center, takes the snap and keeps it, gets pushed from behind by Frost, trying to get him across, and he's going to be down at the 1-yard line. Now you better use your timeout.
Yeah, in that particular case, usually they've been able to push their way through, but he was 2 yards off. And so you had, it was going to be a real difficult play.
Looks like they're going to go and not send the field goal unit out, and they have not taken a timeout, although I think Coach Behrens is going to let it run down here. We're at 14 and counting. Yeah, he's going to tell them when to stop the clock down here and use his final timeout.
Well, you could see the player saying, call the timeout, Coach. But he don't want to. It's 4th down. You don't want to give the other team any more. So
he cut that close, Bobby. He waited to 2 seconds. I was getting a little bit worried there that he wasn't going to use it.
Well, it was 4th down, so you don't want to leave them with any time. If you're
No,
going to
I
go
understand.
for it, the clock's going to go down.
But he really cut it close all the way down to 2 seconds. Let's take a quick break. We'll see what happens when we come back on GRS TV. Bobby, you're the offensive coordinator for one play. What do you do here on 4th and goal at the 1?
Well, I like getting up underneath center and getting your 1 yard, but then I also like spreading it completely out. Put everybody spread out. Get those linebackers out of there and let Rose run it in.
Looks like they're coming out in a tight formation, Bobby. No wideouts, couple of split ends. The one back is Nash. Frost is going to be the blocker in front. Marshall Frost, number 17. Here we go. The snap. Rose in trouble, and he's dropped for a loss. Plano East is held, and the leading tackler, Josh Blagowski, made the play. It looked like Rose didn't really know what he was going to do. Seemed to be some indecision on the snap. See if we can see the replay.
Yeah, you call a timeout and you get in that play? I'm not exactly.
Oh, he got hung up on the line a little bit. Did you see that? He kind of looked like the ball got hung up just a little bit on the line when he took the snap. Anyway, not a crisp play, and that's going to do it for the first half. We're going to come back with the second half in a few moments, but we go to the intermission with a 7-7 tie, Sachse and Plano East. We'll also have those first half stats before we start the second half here on GRS TV. Scott Powell, Bobby George back at Homer B. Johnson Stadium. We have our first half highlights coming shortly here. It's 7-7, Sachse and Plano East in this bi-district playoff. It's been a good one. Here's some of the highlights. All the Sachse players, or at least most of them, come out with an American flag. Hadn't seen that before. It was good to see. Rose with the early touchdown run, 3-yard run on their opening possession. Derek, the quarterback. And this will be Brandon Mallory, the Plano East quarterback, with a 1-yard run. Their only good drive of the night, and they tied it up at 7-7. Big tall quarterback for the Panthers, Brandon Mallory. Good crowd on hand tonight, both sides, as we expected, and that'll do it. Those are your first half highlights.
Yeah, and Sachse really gave up a great opportunity right before half with 2 seconds left on the clock to actually punch one in to go up or kick a field goal and go up, but they succeeded to Plano East and ended the half without making any points.
Panthers get the ball first of the second half. Pretty good kickoff return out across the 30 is Jones, and they'll start at their own 34.
Sachse really dominated the first half. They had 192 total yards, 10 first downs, and they had 86 yards in the air and 106 on the ground. So they really dominated. They just couldn't seem to score, and defensively they held Plano East to only 90 total yards.
1st and 10 Panthers, and they want to throw on the first play, a little swing screen out to Jones, runs into a blocker, but then gets good yardage down the far sideline. That play looked like it was going to be blown up, and Jones almost got the first down. And he may have, by the way. Let's see where they put the ball down. It's going to be a little bit short.
Well, it looks like right here, Henderson has him. He just kind of overruns him.
Gain of 9 on the play. Ball on the left hash now for 2nd and 1. Almost a free play here for Plano East. Mallory is going to look to the sideline, as do his teammates. 3 receivers to the far side, the right side. And Mallory's coming that way on a slant, caught by Henderson as he tried to break away, but will be tackled at the 45, but that's plenty for the first down, a gain of 12.
Sachse needs to wake up. They kind of still stiff from playing so hard in that first half.
2 receivers each way this time, ball center of the field.
They're going into a little hurry-up offense here.
Trey Scott Jones, the lone back to the right. Here comes a motion man, Carter. Now they're going to look to the sideline, still with 13 on the play clock. Got time to change the play here. 3 receivers set way out to the left. Sachse with a 4-man front. And they're sending 4. Mallory, play action over the middle, threw it behind to Henderson, and Henderson tried to reach back and couldn't catch it.
He had plenty of time to throw the ball.
Yeah, that was a simple pass and catch there, if you ask me.
Yeah, he just kind of throws behind him a little bit, but boy, he's open. If he catches that one, he picks up another first down.
Still almost caught it. 2 receivers each way here on 2nd and 10. New running back, 23, takes the handoff. Pretty good hole over right guard. That's Sarek Wasson. Gets to the 40 for a gain of 5. 3rd and 5 coming. Probably 4-down territory. Plano East has struggled on 3rd down tonight.
Yeah, it's just a nice job of that offensive line opening up a hole.
Plano East 0 sorry, Bob. 0 for 3 on 3rd down. Mallory, time, fires, caught! No, and now it's on the ground. They'll call that an incompletion. He didn't come down with it when his feet came down. Otherwise, it would have been a catch for Josh Allison. I'd love to see a replay here.
Yeah, I thought that ball was thrown way over his head, but Allison goes up and gets it.
And just like Sachse, they're going to punt in the other team's territory. Here's your replay.
Look how high he goes to get that ball. And,
wow.
Oh, I see it gets knocked out by number 8 right there, which has been playing such a good game. Matthew Carter's been hanging with him all night long, and he knocks that ball out when he comes down with it.
Yeah, you got to come down with both feet and hold on to the football. Here's a great punt, and it's going to be down inside the 10, about the 6-yard line.
Well, that ball looked like a knuckleball. That thing was just moving all over the place in the air.
Jalen Anderson, one of the receivers, was the punter. And Sachse's going to be backed up for their first possession, but they're still tied at 7-7 with Plano East. 10-11 left, 3rd quarter. Who would have thought, if I told you before this game, Bobby, that we would have a low-scoring game? I think you might have argued with me. It looked like this had a lot of offense written all over it.
And it really has with Sachse. They've put up 192 yards. They really dominated. They had the ball over 15 minutes in that first half. They just couldn't get into the end zone.
and gave up one good possession for Plano East, and that's why we're tied at 7. They continue with that 3-man front. This play is going to be blown dead, probably on a procedure call against the offense. Your referee tonight is Steve Owens with the call.
Ball start on the offense, number 7. Half a distance to go, remains first down.
Only lose 3 on it, but it'll be 1st and 13 at the 3.
The Mustangs false start.
Well, you got to be careful down here. You figure they would be conservative. You do not want to turn the ball over down here. One back set here. Nash to the left of Rose. Nash takes the handoff, cuts it left from the beginning, and could not find anywhere to go. He's down at the 4 after a gain of 1.
Solo tackle by Jake Hart.
Jake Hart, linebacker, on the stop. 2nd and 12.
Well, you kind of wonder which coach went into halftime and made the best adjustments.
Rose in shotgun. 2 receivers each way. Going to hand it. They tried to spread the field and couldn't find an opening on the run. Nash for no gain, and it's 3rd and 12. You don't want your punter kicking from deep in the end zone.
Yeah, we've got an injured player down here too.
Why don't we take a break? 9:31 left, 3rd quarter. We'll tell you about the injury in a moment. 7-7 here on GRS TV. Well, the injured player for Sachse is up and moving. That is good news. Javon Ellison under his own power, which is always a good sign. When we get back to play, it's going to be 3rd and 12 from about the 4.5-yard line. Sachse needs a first down badly in a 7-7 tie. They got the wind at their back here in the 3rd quarter. Not much wind, about 10, maybe 15 miles an hour out of the south.
I tell you, they just need to pick up some yards to get out of the end zone so that they can manage a good punt.
Boy, what a loud crowd. This is the loudest this crowd has been all night. Rose looking to throw, got plenty of time, steps up, fires, caught, no, knocked away at the last second. Looked like Dean was going to catch it, and it got tipped away by Braylon Henderson at the last minute.
Had plenty of time to throw, but it looked like Trent Dean was the only one in as a receiver.
Look here, it looked like the ball was headed toward Dean. Yeah, just a good play. I think he got a hand on it just barely, right, Bob?
Yeah, there's just nobody else going out for a pass. Miles Nash came out of the backfield. He was really the only one going out as a receiver.
We had a penalty on the play. That's going to give Sachse a first down.
Boy, what
maybe a late hit of some kind.
A big penalty right there, because they were going to be punting from the 4-yard line.
We were busy watching the replay, and we had some kind of signal.
Ah, late hit maybe.
Yeah, on the quarterback from the side. Wow, what a break. We may look back on that as being a huge break. First down at the 19 instead of having to punt the ball away. That's a 15-yard walk-off, automatic first down. Rose fakes one way, hands it up the middle. Nash with a pretty good opening. Best run he's had tonight. Out to the 27-yard line for a gain of 8.
I tell you, these guys hit hard, though. You can tell every time one of these running backs get the ball for Sachse, they get hit pretty solid. Watch this hit right here on Nash.
Fake the handoff to Frost, and there's your hit. Yeah, that's the big linebacker, Blagowski. Doesn't that just sound like a linebacker, Blagowski? He only plays one position on my football team.
B.J. Williams.
Does he get the first down here? I think he gets it. Boy, it's really close.
Torrey Washington carried it, and they're already going to move the chains. 1st and 10 for the Mustangs. Boy, how big was that roughing the passer penalty. 3 yards for Torrey, 3 tough yards. Gives them a fresh set of downs at the 30. Tight set, just one receiver way out to the right. Rose in shotgun as he's gone all night. Going to hand it Washington, sweeping left. Blagowski missed him. Washington's going to be hit after about a 3-yard gain, though, to the 33. Henderson again is all over the field playing both ways, and Cisnero, one of the linebackers, in on the tackle.
Well, it's only the 4th carry for Washington. But, you know, he's picked up 30 yards on those 3 carries, so he's averaging 10 yards a carry.
Keep giving it to him. He's got the speed to run those sweeps, as we've seen earlier tonight. He can get outside a lot better than the other 2 can.
Seems like you could just toss him the ball in the slot a little bit, too, and see if he could move around and get open.
Empty gun here, but Washington comes in motion across the backfield, takes the handoff, and he's only going to get a yard. Boy, there was nowhere to turn up the sideline over there on the Plano East sideline.
Yeah, I mean, they keep running that same play. You know, maybe you're going to have to fake out of that and let Rose take off running or something, because they keep running that same sweep play there, and they're just watching him and stringing it out.
Great job by Jake Hart to play off the block and get him down. 3rd down. Sachse's been good on 3rd down. They got to be one more time here on 3rd down and 4. Play, fake, throw. It was partially tipped, but Dean caught it, and he's got the 1st down.
How about that?
Trent Dean has been big all night for Sachse to the 43. Gain of 10. Somebody got their paw on it.
Woo, Dean, he's fired up. I mean, he catches that off of a deflection, and then they kind of dogpile him and try to bring him down. And even though the whistle's blown, they're still dogpiling him, and he ain't going down. He's like, get off of me, get off of me, get off of me. Look at that.
Bobby Sachse is 7 out of 10 on 3rd down tonight.
They were fortunate on that one.
They've had 10 3rd down plays and converted 7 of them. Blagowski knocks down this pass from Rose, intended to Dean. Boy, he looks like a major college player in the future, doesn't he?
Yeah, I like the play call, though. Even though he gets up there and knocks that down, Dean is sitting over there wide open. He does a little 2-yard stop. He catches that. He's got some running room.
9th play of this drive that started at the 6-yard line. Fake handoff. Rose is going to keep it around the right end, but they pursue it well. Boy, Plano East is fast from sideline to sideline, aren't they?
Yeah, but Rose, he just tries to outrun the defensive end here, and he actually does. And when he plants that foot, he actually picks up about 4 yards on the carry.
He did get 4, and it's 3rd and 6. This is the down Sachse loves. They're 7 out of 10 on the night. They need another one here, or they're going to have to punt it away from their own territory. 7-7 as we're nearing the midway mark of the 3rd quarter. The crowd again on 3rd down is just really getting into it here. 3-man Plano East front. They bring 4. Quick out pass incomplete.
Oh, he had him.
Just a bad pass intended for an open Chase Cromer. And here comes the punt unit.
Boy, they had him. He does a 7-yard turnaround, and when he does, he plants that foot, gets back to the line, wide open. Ball is just kind of thrown on the outside there.
Jalen Anderson anticipating the punt.
Oh, they almost got it. The one rusher, a pretty good kick, high kick that forces the fair catch at the Plano East 22. 31-yard punt, but a good hang time. So Plano East will come with their 2nd possession of the 2nd half.
Well, I tell you, when you look at that Plano East, the way they covered that punt, it really sets up a kind of makes you want to do a fake punt because of the way they lined up on that line.
You need a headset to the sideline in case nobody else has seen that.
Yeah, I mean,
Boy,
they
almost blocking that.
They all spread out. They rushed 2, and everybody else just took off running to set up the return.
Pump
Good
fake, going to go
coverage.
deep down this sideline. Again, as Bobby said, nobody open. They tried to hit a streaking Jalen Anderson, and step for step was Braylon Brooks, who was having a good night.
Yeah, he runs an out and up, like a 2-step out, and then he gets the quarterback pump fakes it, and then he takes it upfield. Watch this. He pumps it, boom, and then he goes upfield, and Brooks was just all over him.
Brooks looked like the intended receiver almost on the play.
These defensive backs have really played nice today. Matthew Carter and Brooks.
Red Barons liked his team's chances coming in because he said we've improved a lot in our secondary since that third week of the year when they beat us. Here's the quarterback keeper and a big gainer for a first down by Mallory out to the 36. That's a quick 14 for Brandon Mallory.
15-yard run.
They haven't had a lot of first downs tonight, but they get one there. And a fresh set of downs.
Tim Cherry's got to come on up. He's playing the safety position. He's got to see that quicker and come up and make that stop.
4 men front. They're threatening the blitz. Here they come with 6. Mallory, though, pulls up and fires complete over the middle. He beat the blitz with a quick pass to Henderson, who's having a good night. And another first down now at midfield for Plano East. Gain of 14.
Just does a crossing pattern right there, and Mallory sticks it right where he needs to put it.
They had the right play at the right time. You know, it was just a quick pass after the fake handoff with the blitz coming. They picked it up pretty well, too, didn't they? See what Sachse does here defensively with a 4-man front to start. No blitz here on 1st and 10. Time again, gotta go deep. They love to go deep. There's the receiver, incomplete. Looked like it was knocked away at the last second. And this time it was Matthew Carter, number 8.
Yeah, he's been playing outstanding. He has some really good closing speed. And boy, Mallory really puts it out there. This is how they've got their yards all season long. They just let it go and let everybody outrun them. But
watch the play by Carter.
Matthew Carter gets in there.
You can't draw it up any better. And the receiver, Allison, had a little bit of a height advantage there. It was a little bit underthrown, but he threw it a long way.
Well, I'm telling you, I'm going to run a 12-yard stop pattern right here on Matthew Carter now because he's thinking he's going to go deep.
2nd and 10, another play action. Stepping up, steps out of trouble, and now Mallory's going to run with it and is going to get just a 2-yard gain to the 48. He saw an opening, but it closed in a hurry. And he's not the quickest guy in the world either. Can you imagine if Mallory was really quick, how good he would be? He would be so much more dangerous when he runs with it. He's got the long, loping stride. He showed a little bit of quickness there, actually.
Yeah, he's trying to outrun Bryce Robinson right there.
Yeah, and good old Braylon Brooks with another play for the Mustangs.
So 3rd and long, it sets up. Well, if you get a stop now, you really need it. You need these 2 defensive ends to really show up right here.
We're at 6 on the play clock. It looks like they'll get it off. 4 on the play clock. 3, they get it off. Play action. A little pump fake. He almost dropped the ball. Throws it up. 1-on-1. Caught. Oh, this is going to be an easy score because the defender fell down. Touchdown, Plano East. Henderson with the play.
That's what they keep doing. They just always keep throwing it up there, and eventually somebody gets open.
Cameron Quinn fell down and allowed the easy score, as you see there. Henderson's had a big night. He's the only receiver that's coming up big for Plano East tonight. Every time they need a big play, Henderson seems to deliver tonight.
Now, Sachse came on with a blitz, but all their guys fell down as the quarterback Mallory was trying to throw the ball, so it just gave him a little bit more time to really release it downfield.
They're going for 2? Are you kidding me? Mallory's in trouble. Throws it up. Incomplete. Why are you going for 2, Bobby? You have any explanation? You don't, do you?
I don't, but I don't know.
I've never heard you speechless.
If their kicker may have been hurt, or I just don't know. I don't know why you would do that right here.
Let's take a timeout. 4:33. Well, let's see the replay first.
Well, they really had the blitz. Almost got him. Look how high their receiver gets
they
up.
Tall
He
receivers.
was able to dunk that ball.
It's a new score of 13-7, Plano East over Sachse here on GRS TV. Interesting decision by Plano East. They go for 2 and don't get it, so it's just a 6-point lead at 13-7, and they kick off. 4:33 left here in the 3rd quarter. It's a short kick, taken on one hop at the 18. And it's dropped, but I think they're going to say, they're going to say Torrey Washington was down Crowd going crazy over there on the Plano East side, but it looked like a good call. Maybe we'll get a replay out of that.
Well,
see if his knee is down, Bob.
That defender comes through there pretty quick and catches him.
Pretty good coverage.
Tackle.
Yeah, he looked down to me. How about you?
Yeah, he's down. It's a good call.
Boy, it was awfully dangerous, though. This game could get away from you in a hurry on a play like that right after a Plano East touchdown. Here come the offensive troops for Sachse. Derek Rose will be in shotgun. KJ Williams is the back to his right. 2 receivers left and 1 right. Gonna take it out of Williams' belly, and Rose keeps it for a pretty good first down gain to the 26. I'll take 8 yards on first down.
Yeah, that's what they need. They need for him to be able to run up the middle, spread it out, get those linebackers out of there, kind of like they did early in the game. Boy, see, you got some good guys going in there. Big number 71, Velasquez pulling for you, clearing it out. Get those linebackers out of there. You'll get some good running room.
Washington comes in for Williams here on 2nd and 2. Taking a lot of time, but they've still got 12 on the play clock. Washington to the right of Rose. No, to the left of Rose. Rose will keep it again. Same play, and he gets enough for the first down. A gain of 5 to the 31.
This time
You're right.
They did
Spread
kind
the field, Bobby.
Yeah, this time they had a little bunch. They put all the receivers kind of close to the tight end spot, but it looked like the defense was thinking that it might be a trick play to go outside, and instead they'd run it up the middle.
I just keep running that till they stop it. It seems to have worked all night long.
And here again, they're doing the bunch again to the outside. This time, they might run that direction.
This is just a straight keep and another first down pickup of about 4 yards. Just keep running it until they stop it.
Yeah, so the defense is thinking they're trying to run outside with those blockers, all those receivers, but it's working for them. They're taking it up the middle. But the problem is, if you get, your quarterback too tired, that's going to hurt you if he gets winded.
We've got an injured Plano East Panther who may have just kind of collapsed out there about the 45-yard line. Let's take a break. 3 minutes left, third quarter. It is 13-7. No, let's keep it right here as he jumps right up. And now we got a penalty marker.
Yeah, they're trying to stop the clock. They were trying to get a free timeout out of the deal, and that referee was not having it.
Joey McCullough, the head coach, is all the way out to the middle of the field yelling at the official.
Yeah, because Henderson looked like he was down hurt, looked up at the referee, and then really started acting like he was hurt. And as the coaches came onto the field, he jumped up and walked off. And
that's Joey McCullough, the head coach of Plano East, is claiming, what did I do wrong?
Well, he's getting whatever he's getting what he wanted anyway, because it stopped Sachse's momentum. And that defense was getting tired, and Sachse was running on them. And whatever it was, he stopped the clock, stopped it. It worked for him.
Well, McCullough got his say, but they're going to get a penalty out of this, it appears.
Well, it was the right call.
Got dead ball. Unsportsmanlike conduct on the defense. Number 12, feigning injury. 15 yards.
Bobby, you're all over.
First down.
Hey, this isn't soccer now. You can't just fake an injury and get carted around. Watch number 12 kneel down right there, and now all of a sudden he's going to fall down like he's really hurt here in a minute.
But why are they doing it is my question.
They're trying to slow it down because Sachse was running on them.
Yeah, but they're not in the hurry-up offense. They're not going at a full speed here. On 1st and 10 from midfield, a 3-yard gain. They're not in their hurry-up, Bobby. I could see it if they were just running plays at breakneck speed. We got another Plano East player down. He looks legitimately hurt, though. But you never know after what just happened as he's slowly getting up to his feet here. Gain of 2.5 yards on the play. He's still on both knees. Number 22.
So Derek Rose he's picked up 72 yards on 16 carries. So they've really using him.
And you know what? I'd spread the field even more and just keep running it. Make them stop the play that they can't stop.
It really, really did work on that first possession of the game.
Here's your replay. See if we can see how Cisneros got hurt. He's one of their top linebackers.
And he was right in the middle of all that. You see him. He's down on the ground there.
Well, he's coming off now with a little help.
He's right there, 22. He comes flying in right there at the end, and he hits a lineman's leg. with his back, and it probably knocked all the air out of him.
After the 2-yard gain, it's second and a long 7. He actually got about a 2.5-yard gain. This drive started back at the 18-yard line. Sachse using a lot of clock as they have all night. Trailing 13-7. The winner moves on. The loser goes home for the season. Fake the handoff. Rose going to keep her out right in. Big opening. Spins around a tackler to get more. The first down plus 4 more. What a great run by Derrick Rose to the 36.
I mean, he's really taken on the leadership role on this team.
Just taking the game over.
Yeah, but he's looking really winded. He's looking tired.
You know, you might want to let somebody else run it here and give him one play off.
Boy, he's got some good blocks. I mean, I go ahead and call those some pancake blocks up front to spring him.
2 receivers right and 2 left as they spread the field here. Let's see if he hands this one off. And he will. That's Torrey Washington, breaks out of the scrum and spins his way almost to the first down. He's going to be just barely short. That was just pure individual effort there.
I like it. I like that they're saying, all right, you big offensive linemen, you're the biggest, baddest guys out here. We're going to run right behind you the rest of the game. And it looks like that's what they've decided to do.
Hey, if
and they're
works,
answering the call.
If it keeps working, keep doing it. Why throw it? A lot more can go wrong when you throw it than if you run it. Nash in motion, going to throw as we said not to. Good gain. That looked like a quarterback draw all the way as Rose got it to the 22-yard line. I don't think they had any intention of throwing that ball, Bobby.
His pads are all bent up around his knees weird, and around his side. Thigh pads are around his ankles. It's all over the place, and he gets up and he's having to fix everything.
5-yard gain to the 23. He's going to go deep. Dean caught! Touchdown, Sachse! Or did
Where's
he catch
the call?
it? Where's the signal? Did he score or
Oh,
not?
no, they knocked it out of his hands. I thought he caught that.
Oh, my goodness.
Boy, he went up like a beast to pull that out of the air.
Here we go with a replay. Where is the football here?
Comes down. Oh, he swats it down right there.
Wow. Good play.
On the previous play, Sullivan cuts it.
2nd and 10.
I like the
play
call too, yeah.
Now they'll probably run it, and they will. Dean on the sweep, reverse. Not reverse, it's the end around. Dean breaks 1, breaks 2, breaks 3. He's going to the goal line. Trent Dean.
You cannot
They'll say he
deny
stepped
it.
out. They'll say he stepped out at the 1, it appears, or is it a touchdown? No signal from any official. It looks like a touchdown, Sachse. We're guessing because we never got a signal.
Boy, look at this pure effort. Everybody's making blocks, and then he
1,
just runs through some people.
2,
Look at
3.
this. You cannot deny me, he says. Not this time.
No, he didn't step out. Looks like a good call all the way. Nobody ever signaled touchdown. It's on the far side of the field. We've got an injured Plano East player, by the way, near their sideline. Trent Dean makes up for the last play by scoring on the next play. And how about that going for the 2 points? How big was that at this point?
Yeah, now you kick this field goal or this extra point, you go up.
23-yard score for Trent Dean. Dean, he's had a heck of a night.
Well, we've seen some great individual efforts. Rose has been unbelievably good on this drive.
Here it is again on the end around.
Look at he's blocking here then. Boom, man,
1.
that was a big.
Count the missed tackles, 2. Although nobody really tried to wrap him up except for the first guy. And the last guy just tried to keep him out of the end zone. Here comes the PAT from Franks. It's a big one. He gives Sachse the lead at 14-13. Timeout on the field, 1:03 left in our third quarter. Who's going to survive tonight and move on? Be back with more in a moment here on GRS TV. Sachse with an impressive 82-yard drive. They did it in 3 minutes and 24 seconds.
And, you know, they got bailed out by that roughing the passer down on the 4-yard line.
No, that was the previous possession, yeah.
Okay.
I think. Yeah, that was the previous possession, Bobby. They got bailed out on the 15-yard fake injury. Remember? That helped them out a lot on that drive.
Yeah.
Pretty good kickoff all the way to the 4-yard line. Here comes the return. Pretty good coverage as he only gets to the 26. 56 seconds left in the third quarter. Boy, again, we questioned why are you going for 2 back when they went for 2, and now we question it even more. Why not kick the extra point for Plano East and make it a 14-7 game earlier?
Yeah, I'm not sure why you would do that unless your kicker must have been hurt or something, because
it's got to be the only explanation.
It was too early in the game to do that.
He did kick a PAT earlier in the game. That's possible, Bobby. Jones with a big hole up the middle. Not the speediest of backs as the big rambler makes it all the way out to the 42. Boy, they don't have the quickest backs in the world, do they?
Well, they're just, and you know, they're just letting these guys play a lot. I've noticed that, you know, we've really not had very many penalties like in the holding area.
Good piece of sportsmanship as Josh Anderson of Plano East helped to roll over the injured Sachse player and see if he's okay.
Oh.
And it's number 2.
I think it.
Micah Buchanan. It looked like he was in on the tackle there. Is that Buchanan? Or it looks like Carter almost, or Quinn, number 9. Is that an 8 or a 9? That is Cameron Quinn, number 9, thanks to the truck. Looks like he may have gotten the wind knocked out of him, Bobby, by the way he's reacting.
He was the main guy that made the tackle, and it looked like the guy just kind of rolled over him.
Sitting up. Boy, this just has wind knocked out of him written all over it.
Well, it's
nice
right here.
hole created by the right offensive tackle.
He's the one that makes the tackle right here.
There you go. Yeah.
But I think earlier in the whole play,
he looks just shaken up. You know, bell rung almost. Look at that number 16, Allison again. Good sportsmanship there. He was as concerned about Quinn as the Sachse trainers were when he got hurt. 1st and 10 at the 42 as we get back to play after that 16-yard gain for Scott Jones. They're going to change the play here, but plenty of time, just under 30 on the play clock. 34 and ticking on the big clock. Play action. Time. Now he's in trouble and he's dropped for a 3-yard loss.
Well, they
set the house, didn't they? Robinson was in there on the blitz. Also in there was Annie Anwu, who's had a big night.
Well, right as he steps up, here comes everybody. Boom.
44 was there. Jordan Brooks. They sent the house, and it's 2nd and 13. They might start doing more of that to get some pressure.
Yeah, you know, it looked
Mallory.
like a kind of a delay blitz, and it really worked.
That'll do it for the third quarter. We got 12 minutes to go. It's 14-13. Sachse over Plano East. As you see the replay, boy, look at him slam him to the ground. Bryce Robinson. Back with the fourth quarter in a moment here on GRS TV.
Everybody choose GISD, a diverse community, providing exceptional education to every kid we see. That's the mission. Reaching the future by driving excellence. Yeah, that's the vision. We have values. We believe every student can learn, and every student deserves our best. You ready for your turn? Come join us and be a part you could be. Garland ISD proud too.
You can be anything you want to be. You can go any place you want to see. It all starts right here with GISD. We are the future. Be the change you want to see. It all starts right now with GISD.
Mallory being helped off the field after he was treated very rudely on the last tackle. They're taking him to the locker room. This could be a concussion, Bobby.
Oh, wow. Yeah, he is walking off.
Watch your replay. You're going to see them slam his head to the ground. Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Bryce Robinson, that was not good treatment of the quarterback. I'm surprised they didn't get a penalty on the play, but no penalty. 2nd and 13, and their starting quarterback, Mallory, is headed to the locker room. That could have a big effect on this game. They hand it off on the first play. Let's check who the new quarterback is.
Like number 13?
38, believe it or not. Ramiro Carrion. Ramiro Carrion, number 38, handed the ball off, took it in shotgun. And yeah, 13 is in there also. Tanner Pullen, one of their backups, is in there. Gonna go with 2 receivers each way. Carrion looking to throw, gets a block in the backfield, picked off. It's the interception maker. He's gonna go the distance. Touchdown, Sachse, Braylon Brooks.
Oh, no. Wow. Well, you lose your first quarterback. The first play he goes in there, they tell him to throw the ball. And, you know, it's not really good to do that to a guy that's been setting all year long. He comes out there, hands it off the first play. Second play, they throw it out towards Braylon Brooks, the leader in interceptions.
10th of the areas, 10 of the team's 18 interceptions on the year. Double figures for Braylon Brooks. That's also his 5th touchdown of the year. We got movement in the line. They're going to kill this play dead. And somebody's going to get a penalty here.
I just feel bad for Carrion, Plano East. I mean, he's listed as a running back or defensive lineman.
Ball start. On the offense, number 71. 5 yards back, re-kick.
That's a good point, Bobby. DL next to his name.
Yeah, and so don't just go in there and hand the ball off a couple times and run it. You go in there and just throw the ball in the flats of all places. That's just doesn't help the confidence of your quarterback when he first comes in for the, for an injured player.
It's going to be a 25-yard PAT. This is a big one. It would make it an 8-point game. If he misses it, it would be a 7-point game. Movement in the line again, no flag. The kick looks good, and it is good. So we've got a timeout on the field. Sachse responds again, and now they've got an 8-point lead at 21-13, 11:27 left in the ball game. Back in a moment here on GRS TV. We're back at Homer B. Johnson Stadium. Brandon Mallory, the injured Plano East quarterback, is coming back out of the locker room and has arrived on the Panther sideline. Let's see if he comes back into the game after that pick 6 from Braylon Brooks of Sachse. The Mustangs were down 13-7 not long ago. They now lead at 21-13.
Mallory probably was in the locker room and he kind of heard all that noise, looked out and saw that it was an interception for a touchdown and decided, well, I better, headache or no headache, I'm going back in the game. And
it was loud enough where he probably heard it even if the door was shut.
Yeah, just, well, that's just tough. That's a tough coaching decision to, the 2 plays in this game where he goes for it for 2 early in the game and they don't get it. That's why the Panthers are at 13 instead of 14. And then when you get your brand new quarterback in the game, you decide to throw the ball, and it's costing them.
1st and 10 at the 23. Handoff for nothing. Jones runs into a wall of defense.
Yeah, and now you've got Sachse just fired up.
Scott Jones up the middle.
And all the momentum is going towards them.
Yeah, one of the Sachse players was waving to the sideline, to the stands over here to try and get noise out of the fans on hand here tonight.
And there's a lot of them. I mean, this place is packed. You can see right there, everybody's coming to cheer their team, and it's fun when you're ahead in a playoff game.
The winner of this game will get Mesquite or Waco Midway. We'll give you a score here in a few moments. Here's a long pass. Oh, he got behind the defenders. It's caught for a big gainer. There were 2 defenders in the area, but the intended receiver was behind them, and the quarterback had enough on it. That's Mallory back in there who threw the ball.
And again, this is the same play that happened earlier in the first half when they were able to get Jordan Brooks lined up with a receiver, and it just becomes a mismatch. And, you know, Brooks kind of turns around and starts running backwards. If he just stays running with the receiver, he has a chance to knock it down. But when you turn around and start running backwards, you're going to give it up.
Jalen Anderson with a completion. Throws this one over the middle, incomplete, threw into traffic, intended for Henderson.
Michael Buchanan comes on a blitz, and he really gets to Mallory and hits him pretty good as he's throwing the ball.
You'll see here on the replay what Bobby's talking about. That is pretty good.
See, maybe that was Forsyth. Not sure who that was, but boy, they do get some energy going right towards the quarterback, makes him throw it high.
Mallory up the middle, big hole. Will he score? He will score a Plano East touchdown. Wow.
Wow, he dropped the ball. He actually drops the ball, hits the ground, picks it up, takes off running, and nobody was there. What's this? It's fumbled.
And Sachse may have just kind of stopped on the play, but what a hole up the middle. I wonder if that was just improvisation. However you say it.
And I was fixing to say, you know, Mallory, he might be a little shaken up. He overthrows, and then he dropped the ball, but then he changes that all up. I can't even say it because he took off running and scored on the play.
Yeah, do you want a concussed Mallory or a defensive lineman playing quarterback for you? Mallory option right. They're going for 2 to try and tie it. A hit and a hit out of bounds, and Sachse will hold on to a slim 2-point lead at 21-19.
Boy, Michael Buchanan comes around that corner, and you can see all the stars on his helmet because he's made play after play this year.
Look at this play. If he doesn't make it, we're tied, and he makes it.
Get out of here.
Let's take a break. 10:01 left. It's 21-19. Sachse over Plano East on GRS TV. Going for 2 earlier. All they had to do was kick the extra point to tie it if they didn't go for 2 earlier. We are back. Dean on the kickoff return. Well blocked. Dean is loose. We got a flag, though, behind the play. Probably an illegal block. The flag is back at the 35. They will not erase all of this, but a lot of it will come back if it's against the Mustangs. And it's holding Sachse. That'll bring it back to the... Oh, if the marker is right, that'll bring it back to the 25 anyway. Yeah, they'll start marking it from the 35.
Well, the statistics are really coming out close now.
Holding on receiving team, number 22. 10 yards to the spot of the foul. First down.
What Sachse needs now, Bobby, is a lot of time off the clock and a long drive. Here's your kickoff return.
I guess he gets the hold right there.
Yeah, that's way out in the open
he's grabbing
field.
his jersey for sure.
Yeah, that's pretty obvious, isn't it?
Boy, I tell you, the statistics are getting really close. 286 to 289 total yards, both teams.
Pretty good second half from Plano East. Up the middle, Washington. He's free. He crosses the 50. And he will not go all the way, but he gets a huge gain on 1st and 10 to the 29 of Plano East.
Boy, that's a great answer to that last touchdown.
46 yards on the first play. He broke a tackle, and Torrey's speed, he was off to the races.
Latrey Harris breaks that one for him, too. 6'2", 390-pound lineman. He really breaks it for him.
All of a sudden, after a defensive first half, things are starting to explode here in the second half. Rose wanted to just keep at it, reverses his field to make something out of it. One-on-one with the corner, he breaks that tackle and gets a pretty good gain, almost a first down.
I believe Dean goes ahead and makes a good block right there to spring him.
That was improvised all the way. He wanted to go right, and there wasn't anything there. Watch this. I'll just go this way instead.
Because he's so fast. He's good.
Let's see
athlete.
if that's Dean. No, yeah, Trent Dean with the clearing block, and then he broke a tackle. We've got a stoppage of play here.
I don't see anybody injured. Must be a timeout.
Well, I think we may have somebody shaken up in gray over there. It's just a momentary break, I think, for an injury. Yeah, this is not a full timeout. Sachse's going to have to come back out here.
So Derek Rose now 18 carries, 87 yards, and a
lot
touchdown.
of that in the second half, right?
Mm-hmm.
He carried this team on that first possession.
Torrey Washington's really lighting it up. He's got 9 carries, 93. He's on his way to having 100 yards.
Here comes Torrey right here. He gets the edge, gets a block.
Oh, man, look at that run.
That's just pure speed, and he got one block and got a first down to the 9-yard line.
Well, I
a
thought they had
20-yard
him.
gain. Yeah, I did too. I'd love to see the replay here, the blocking and the patient run by Washington.
Look at this big guys just leading the way, getting into everybody's way.
He gets the edge with the speed and then got an extra block there.
Pick up a first down. It'll be first and goal, Sachse.
Oh.
From the 8-yard line.
Gonna say he stepped out at the 9, first and 10, first and 9, I should say. Rose, read option, he'll keep it, he's wide open, touchdown, Sachse.
Well, they throw a flag down there.
There is a penalty marker.
Boy.
I think it's against Plano East, Bobby. According to Red Barons, he's all happy about it.
On the defense,
There you
number
go.
12, penalty decline. Ball to play, touchdown.
Well, they just had no answer for this fake. Look at that. Boy, he really got that defensive end. He hit it well.
Hey, Bobby, how about 75 yards in 3 plays? Is that explosive?
That's pretty explosive right there.
Important extra point to come. It would make it an 8-point lead. Make Plano East score a touchdown and go for 2.
Well, that's a great answering drive.
Chase Franks is the kicker. Chase Cromer is the holder. The snap is good. Ball down. Kick right down the middle. Good. There's Derek Rose with another touchdown tonight. Sitting next to Trent Dean has had a big night. Let's take a break. 8:47 left. It's Sachse 28, Plano East 19 on GRS TV. There they are, the folks that played a big role in that scoring drive for Sachse. Some of the Sachse fans who are playing a role tonight.
Well, they are, because it is so loud down there. There is no way that you can hardly hear a snap count. I mean, it is really loud.
And it wasn't nearly this loud in the first half, it appeared. Of course, it was a 7-7 game. There wasn't a whole lot to cheer for in the first half. This is a nice deep kick to the 5-yard line. Addison Perez doing a good job on kickoffs, and a short return because of great Sachse coverage. And making that tackle downfield was Devin Kennedy.
Tackle by
Devon Kennedy, excuse me, and they'll start at the 18-yard line. That's a pretty key play right there because you got them backed up. And, you know, they're hoping to get it out to the 30, 40 probably.
Absolutely, and you get guys like Devon Kennedy where you don't see him a whole lot in the game, but when they get their opportunity, they go down there and make a huge play like that and pin these guys inside the 20-yard line.
Mallory back in at quarterback. He went to the locker room a while back, but he's back in there. Throws a short pass that's at the feet of the intended receiver, Jalen Anderson.
I think he's a little rattled, just a little.
Yeah, he doesn't look the same, does he?
Even when he caught that snap earlier and dropped it on the ground, he was able to pick it up and run for the touchdown. But for him to even drop that snap, it seems like maybe he's not exactly right.
The wind has picked up just a little bit, still blowing out of the south right to left at Plano East back here in the fourth quarter. 2nd and 10. This is Jones around right end, but not much doing. It's going to be 3rd and long for the Panthers. Gain of 4 there. Timeouts remaining, each team with all 3 of their timeouts.
Well, I mean, look at the holding right there. I was talking earlier, there's not been a lot of holding calls, but that was definitely a holding on Jack Forthman.
3rd and 6.
They grabbed him all the way around his waist and everything like a tackle.
Quick out pass caught, gets a block, but there's too many defenders. The ball is loose. It looks like a live football, and it looks like Sachse's got it. Who's got the recovery? We got a penalty marker. No signal yet on who's got the football. Boy, they're low on signals tonight. And it looks like Plano East recovered it. They just never told us. Plano East with the recovery. We have a penalty.
Recovery by offense, Plano East. 1st down. Now we have dead ball, unsportsmanlike, taunting. Number 8 on the defense, 15 yards, automatic, 1st down.
So they're going to add 15 to this, and it's going to go out to about the 43-yard line. See if we see anything go wrong here.
Sometimes these players try to do too much, and they get themselves stood up, and then
Well, that is a big receiver.
You get some guys coming in.
Good call, by the way, on the fumble.
And Yanwu, man, making play after play in this game.
Good pronunciation there, by the way. 1st down at the 43, new life for the Panthers. They run the dive into the middle of the line for about a 1-yard gain.
Ryan Jones coming out of that pile saying, hey, 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 don't run this side.
He's celebrating Ryan Jones.
Yeah, he's like, don't come running over here. I got it.
No gain, 2nd and 10. 2 receivers each way. Mallory wants to throw. He's got all day to do it. Drops it off, caught, and finally knocked away at the last minute. Pretty good play there by Tim Cherry.
It's pretty difficult play by Tim Cherry because Tim Cherry's playing free safety, and when a guy comes and stops short, he's got to come from the safety position to come down and cover that. You see the corners went deep, safety came up. Then you've got to read that right off the line of scrimmage to find out who's going deep and who's not, and he just makes a great play.
Sachse with a 9-point lead, 3rd and 10 Plano East. Quick out pass caught. He's got blockers in front. Gets enough for the 1st down to the 44 of Sachse, and that was Jalen Anderson. Boy, they've got some big receivers. Good possession receivers.
Good
they
safe
also
play.
Go deep on you.
You know, that's the safe play we were talking about earlier. Throw it just a little stop route over there. Have some guys in front of you to block for you.
Yeah.
That's the safe play to run.
13-yard gain. They're going to option it down the line, and Mallory's going to keep it, but for a short gain of 1. Clock becoming a factor, down by 9 and 6:40 and counting here in the 4th. Plano East going to have to hurry up at some point.
Well, it doesn't look good. It looks like Jordan Brooks there and Yarborough, I think, kind of collided.
Timeout, I believe, is taken by Sachse. Let's take a break. We could all use one. 6:35 left in our game. Sachse 20. Oh, no break. We're going to keep it right here.
Yeah, to me it looks like they had to call a timeout here because their players were hurt. Watch right here. Both of them collide. Boom, 96.
That's Yarborough with the first hit.
At 44 there, Jordan Brooks. And I think even 95, Ryan Jones, they all come up a little limping right there.
Again, Plano East has been chasing points all night, and they chased points early when they didn't have to. It's 13-7. They've just scored, and they go for 2. And ever since then, they've been chasing points, and it's cost them here. They're down by 9 instead of being down by 7 or 8 points at this point, Bobby. That one try for 2 when they didn't need to.
Yeah, that's made them chase them all night.
Unless their injured player, their kicker was injured. That's the only explanation we can come up with. They've been going for 2 all night because of it and failing.
Looks like Jordan Brooks is up and walking off now.
A 2-possession lead looks really big here with 6:35 left.
Well, they really need him to be able to come back in. He's had a great game so far.
And he may be back in. Let's see if he comes back in after this player sits out a couple. Gets a little water down there on the sideline. Here we go on 2nd and 8. Going to restart that clock. The snap is rolled back to the quarterback, and what a hit on the short completion. That is Carter with a big hit.
Well, it's interesting because when I looked down there, they had 3 receivers, only 2.
That is the worst snap I've ever seen.
Well, last time they did that, he ran for a touchdown. So, but anyway, there was 3 receivers down here, only 2 defenders. But they read it perfectly, and they waited for it. It's like they knew they were going to throw that little short pass.
Big play here, although 4-down territory probably on 3rd and 12, down by 9. The Panthers going for the first. Plenty of time, they're going deep. Nobody there except a defender. It's incomplete. Trying to make the interception was Micah Buchanan, but it went out of bounds. No receiver in sight for Mallory there.
Well, they were going to streak him down the sideline again, and Mallory loves to throw it deep like that, and that's what they were going to do, but they had him covered all the way.
You can tell the receiver kind of gave up on it early because it was so overthrown.
That's Allison. They're going to do it again, I guarantee it. They'll throw it to one of these sides deep.
4th and 12. They got to have the 34 of Sachse in trouble. Mallory is down. Sachse is held.
Sachse's getting fired up, and they've decided to really cover these guys outside. And you could tell Mallory wanted to throw it deep. Didn't have time. There was nobody open. It would have been picked if it would. And here comes the guys in blue right up the middle.
Big number 96, Clark Yarborough, leading the way.
Boy, the Stars have really came out to play tonight. All their big-time players have all stepped up.
Sachse would love tick and tock here with 5:32 left. Plano East has all 3 timeouts, but it's a 9-point Sachse lead at 28-19. Just going to hand it off. Don't go out of bounds as he goes out of bounds. Torrey Washington. You want to keep that clock running if you're Sachse. Of course, if you want to, don't run it outside like that as he got to the 41-yard line.
It seems to me that Sachse is kind of wearing these guys down, and they're able to get to the outside, whereas earlier in the game, they haven't been able to get to the outside. It's like they're just getting a little bit slower, and Sachse's getting a little faster.
2nd and 5. They're going to kill the play dead, probably procedure Sachse, wiping out that 5-yard run.
Yeah, it looks like the defense jumps into a different position, and it makes your lineman kind of flinch.
Owens with the call.
Brother snap. Ball start. On the offense, number 70, 5 yards, remains 2nd down.
Clock stops again, and that was a dead ball, so it's going to stay stopped here. It should. Sachse needs some time to wind off that clock. They don't even have to score here. They just need to kill that clock.
It's been a long time since Derek Rose has even thrown the ball, so they've been running it the entire second half.
Torrey Washington up the middle as he fights almost to the first down. He got 7 out of very little to the 39. 3rd down coming.
Yeah, these big offensive linemen are starting to dominate the game.
Yeah, they're running it a lot better in the second half.
Right up the middle as well.
Big play here. Plano East not using a timeout here, hoping to stop them on 3rd down. And then you would think Sachse would punt it. Try and get the coffin corner here.
I think they're going to get 3 yards here and continue this drive.
The odds are with them here. We're down to 11:10 on the play clock. They're just running that play clock
Torrey
right
Washington's averaging 10 yards a carry. Derek Rose is 5 yards a carry.
Derek's going to keep it. Derek has a first down. Oh, he got a terrible mark. Oh, I thought he had close to the 35, and they're going to mark it at the 36.5, and that is short of the first down. Let's see if we have a replay here Maybe the ball was way back in the back of his body, but I thought he had a first down here, Bobby. He needed the 36. Now you tell me where the ball is here. Looks like a first down to me. How about you?
I don't know why they spotted it so far back.
Well, it's going to force them to go or punt. First of all, Red Barons is going to run this play clock all the way down and use as much time as he can. You see what I mean on the spot?
Well, you know what they'll do here. If they decide to punt it, which it looks like they're going to call a timeout.
And I think they'll punt it after that. I would if I'm the head coach, but that's not my decision. They do take the timeout. Let's take one, a full timeout. 3:57 left, 28-19 Sachse here on GRS TV. Key play coming for Sachse, 4th and 1. They'd like to move the chains and keep the clock running. A 9-point lead for the Mustangs with 3:57 left. 4th and 1 at the Plano East 37-yard line. And they are going, it looks like. Now, they may try and draw them off, too. That's an option also.
And do that little quick punt that they're so good at. The quarterback drops back and punts it. But
There'll be
Torrey
nobody
Washington,
deep.
he's averaging 10 yards a carry. Derrick Rose, 5 yards. Nash, 4 yards. I mean,
under center, Rose keeps it. He's stacked up. Where is the forward progress? I think he's got the first down, Bobby, but it's going to be close.
They didn't give him a good spot either.
No, it's twice he hadn't gotten a good spot on this drive. They're going to probably measure this. It is right at the point needed. They needed it looked like squarely on the 36, and they put it down. I think he's got it.
I tell you, if they're going to run that, they need to have a big running back behind them to give them a
It's
boost.
a first down, I think. I think he's got it
You
by
see,
a
once
quarter,
you get
half a yard.
This is where your running backs need to push
Look
you.
at the mark they gave him. He had the first down by a yard, and they marked it back a yard, Bobby. What's going on? That was a first down without a doubt. That's 2 bad marks, like you just said, and he's got it by almost a full football. Yeah. The nose of the ball is beyond the 36, and that's why he had it.
I like getting up under center and doing that, but that's the 3rd time they've done it, and they really haven't gotten much out of it this time. So I'm more of spread them out, and if you're going to let him run, take it and find a hole and run with it, because that's not been working.
The clock is running, so they may want to work another 10 seconds off this play clock and the big clock, and they are, as Rose is just kind of walking around a little bit, waiting to be told when to go. Now they're going to go with 5 seconds left. 4, 3, here we go. Simple handoff. Washington breaks a tackle. He's free to the outside. Breaks another tackle. Gets a block. What an effort by Torrey Washington for the first down. And he stayed in bounds. Wow. I mean, we've seen a lot
what do you
of
say
broken
about
tackles
that one?
tonight. How many broken tackles has
Look at
Sachse had
this.
tonight? Torrey Washington has broken a lot of tackles tonight.
Number 55 is right there, and he kind of stops in the middle of the play. He thinks it's over.
Plano
Ricardo
East.
Ochoa.
First timeout of the half.
They used the first of their 3 timeouts. We'll take one. 3:18 left. 28-19 Sachse here on GRS TV. We are back. Will the Sachse Mustangs move on to the area round next week? Well, they got a 9-point lead, 3:18 left in the 4th quarter. And the football at the Plano East 15-yard line. Rose has the snap, gives to Washington, breaks through the line. He's across the 10 to about the 8 for a gain of 8.
Well, that
They're just
offensive line,
unstoppable.
yeah, that offensive line now is really taken over. Larry Wynn and Josh Vasquez, Latrey Harris, Ricardo Ochoa, those guys are
Timeout.
just really starting to
Plano East.
dominate.
Why don't we keep
Second
it?
time
Why
out
don't
of
we
the
keep it right here? You want to do a few stats on maybe those Sachse running backs, how they're doing tonight?
Oh, my goodness.
You've been talking about it. Listen, I'd love to hear some numbers.
Well, I can tell you right now, the total yards, you can tell that it's starting to really take over for Sachse. 400 total yards, and only 94 of it's been in the air, so 306 on the ground. And they've just been moving it from the outside. Now they're also starting to be able to run it up straight up the middle. That offensive line is just starting to really dominate and wear this team down, Plano East team. Torrey Washington, 143 yards. That's O'Shea Krill, Sachse's principal. I don't know what he's got tucked up under that coat there. It looked like he was getting ready to be Santa Claus.
Hope that's not a game ball.
Torrey Washington, 143 total yards, 11 yards per attempt. And Derek Rose, boy, he's really put this team on his back. 22 carries, 102 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Miles Nash, 26 yards. Trent Dean, 24 on the reverse with that monster touchdown that he ran in.
Rose will keep it up the middle, fighting. He's got a touchdown, Sachse. Nice little bow on this one tonight as the crowd comes alive again. And Sachse looks like they're going to move on to the area round. They made it to 3 rounds last year, the furthest in school history. They make it to the 2nd round tonight. And I think it's official now as the score is 34-19. By the way, Waco Midway 34-17 over Mesquite. The winner of this game gets the winner of that game. We may have that one on GRS TV. Just check with the school district during the week. Here's your kick. It's good. We got a late flag. So we've got a skirmish. We've got a fight on the field, folks.
Uh-oh. Not good, because that happens. You get kicked out. You don't get to play in the next game.
Plano East doesn't care, but Sachse don't want to lose people.
You're going to lose people here.
Next week. Yeah, this wasn't pretty. It'll probably go both ways, but who knows?
Yeah, but if any of these kids get kicked out, that's it.
Sachse.
It's still going on. One of these kids is coming after the coach.
There's another one. Do we have another one breaking out?
Well, it looks like Sachse's trying to get their guys over there.
Of course, Sachse's over here getting the crowd into it because we won the game, you know. You really enjoy this when you're the winning team.
Well, they just need to, Sachse just needs to get over there on the sideline and behave themselves so that you got another game. Plano East doesn't have another game.
It'll be interesting to see if they shake hands after the game now. Of course, we've still got 3 minutes to play. The officials are probably wishing the game was over. They still got to get 3 minutes off that clock. Maybe a little short break will calm things down a little bit.
I did see one of the Sachse players grab a hold of a Plano East helmet and ripped it off, and I just hope that that kid doesn't get kicked out of the next playoff game.
Yeah, this is a pretty key decision coming up for Sachse here. Plano East couldn't care less at this point.
I didn't even see what started it. But it's obviously frustration because the Plano East guys, this is going to be their last game of the season. A lot of the seniors are not going to play anymore. This is it for them, and you know they might be a little frustrated.
The Plano schools always have a lot of seniors.
Let's see.
Yeah, you see the Sachse player get pushed to the ground, number 92 of Sachse, and that's what got it started.
Yeah, that big old number 43 for Plano East.
43 is not happy.
Yeah, he's going after everybody.
Yeah, he's taking on the world there. You expect him to be gone here. Again, it's 35-19 Sachse, 16-point lead with 2:58 left. You know, 16-point lead.
fouls
That's 2
reject
possessions.
for fighting. All these players will be ejected.
Oh, no. Here we go.
On white, number 18, ejected. 43, ejected. 22, ejected. 23, ejected. On blue, 10, ejected. 79, ejected. We also have an unsportsmanlike on both pitches, the entire team. Because of that, we have white, number 12, getting his second unsportsmanlike. He's ejected. We also have blue, number 8, second unsportsmanlike. He's ejected.
Bobby, I don't know what the rule is for next week. Do you?
Well,
if it affects their next game or not.
I think Matthew Carter with an ejection, he's not going to get to play next week, I wouldn't think. And I don't think number 10, Bryce Robinson.
Are you sure about that? Is that a rule?
And Larry Wynn.
I don't know what the rule is. Are you sure that's a rule if you get thrown out?
We'll have to check, but that's 3 of their main guys.
Let me give you some other scores from our district. Wiley beating McKinney by 17 in the fourth quarter, so it looks like Wiley will move on. Naaman Forest down by 14 to Prosper in the fourth quarter. Naaman Forest is going to have trouble moving on tonight. And Rowlett getting beaten up pretty good by Allen tonight. No surprise there. So Sachse so far, from the GISD, Sachse will be the only school to move on to the area round, unless Naaman can put up a late rally against Prosper. They're down by 20 points now with 3 minutes left, so I'd say Sachse is going to be the only GISD representative next week in the playoffs. Well, what are we waiting for now? They've made all their decisions, so let's get back to play. The officials are on the field waiting for the players. That's about the most people I've seen thrown out from one play.
That's right. That was bad.
Bryce Robinson's headed toward the locker room. And there goes a Panther headed toward the locker room. I only see there's 2 Sachse players also down there. That would be Carter, Matthew Carter, number 8. I only see 1 gray jersey headed to the locker room, although it looks like a couple of more are coming.
Well, there's 3 of their main guys getting kicked out here.
They enter the locker room close to each other down here, and I hope that doesn't lead to something else. I might want to get one team in first before you get the other team in. As you can see, the openings there, the Plano East locker room is only about 10 feet away from there. And I think everything's going to go well here, as they've got lots of personnel down there to make sure nothing else happens. Sachse's going to kick off after that touchdown. 16-point lead. You know, we got 2:58 left, and it's a 16-point game. I mean, it's very slim chance, but Plano East is not out of this completely. Like a kickoff return here, and you got a brand new ball game.
Yeah, absolutely. The game's not over.
They have to get 2 scores and 2 two-point conversions, though. But it's not out of the realm of possibility. They need a big return here, though. And here comes the kick return. Good coverage there. They'll start at the 34-yard line. Now let's just hope everything is simmered down on the field here. You looking at the rules there?
Yeah, I was trying to find the rules on this ejection.
Plano East will come out throwing here, you would think.
Yeah, you know, you got number 8, which was Matthew Carter, ejected out of the game.
One of
for
their
Sachse.
DBs.
That's right, and he's been covering Allison, their number 1 wide receiver, all night.
Well, there's a pass right out of the gate, a short one. Just a 3-yard gain there. You got to go further downfield, I would think, if you're Plano East.
It looks like Ralph Jean-Pierre is going to be the defensive back coming in for Matthew Carter.
Make it a 4-yard gain, 2nd and 6. Clock is running. We're under 2.5. Plano East with 1 timeout left. They need to be in hurry-up mode. Going to go deep down the middle. No receiver there. Actually, nobody there at all as he way overthrew everybody. That'll stop the clock at 2:20. Just don't give up the big play. If you want to give up 4-yard completions inbounds, you can have at it if I'm Sachse. Just don't let one of these big guys get behind you down the middle. And that was a good play there to keep everything in front. 3rd and 6. Gonna run it and get good yardage, needless to say, because they weren't expecting it. This is Jones breaking one tackle after another all the way to the Sachse 38. Pretty good play there. That'll stop the clock momentarily.
Everybody's got to get their head back into the game mode, right? You got to get back to playing football here. Everybody had so much emotions going on, the sideline and this and that. Now you got to get back in here and play some ball.
1st and 10 Panthers. Quick hitch screen caught by Allison. He gets another first down to the 25. That's a 13-yard gain. They'll stop the clock momentarily, move the chains. They're doing a pretty good job of getting downfield. Again, it takes 2 touchdowns and 2 two-point conversions to tie it.
Yeah, just everybody was late going to the ball this time.
As always, it's going to come down to the onside kick try, which most of these type games do. Now we've got a stoppage for some reason.
It looks like a lot of the defensive backs that are in the game may be not the starters, maybe people that hadn't played as much. So we got to keep an eye out for that as well.
Not sure why the clock is stopped. There's no penalty. There's no injury. The officials are gathering up, and the referee, Steve Owens, having a little talk here with Coach McCullough of Plano. Some of the ejected players have not left the field, we're told. Yeah, there were more than 2 or 3 that left. Actually, there was about 5 that left, I guess, 2 from Sachse. Yeah, 43 is hugging somebody, as you see on our screen there, and he was ejected, Bobby. He's the one that led the whole thing, wasn't he? With the first push.
Yeah, I think he is.
There's 22 who is leaving. That's Cisneros. They did not leave when their teammates left. And there they go now.
Yeah, it's kind of sad because these are a bunch of seniors that want to celebrate their last game that they're going to play as a football player, you know, on the field with their teammates, and now they have to leave and get off the field in that kind of manner. It's just really a tough time.
Killian Carper, number 43. Here's a little drop off to the running back. Jones, good yardage. Plano East is still in this as he gets all the way to the 13. Again, it's going to come down to the onside kick if they can score and get 2 points here.
Sachse's just not playing ball right now. Well,
yeah,
it looks like they've
they're
actually
half asleep a little bit.
They've actually got a lot of guys in there that, you know, don't normally play, so they're mixing it up.
Mallory with a ton of time into the end zone, caught, touchdown Plano East. Joseph Carter. Now they've got to get the 2-point conversion to have any chance of keeping their season alive here. It's hard to get 2 two-point conversions, but Plano East certainly has a chance now. And here they go for the 2. If they don't get the 2 here, they'll still be down by 10, a 2-possession lead. Throw knocked away, actually, almost picked off, but a good play there. And Sachse has held him out on the 2-point conversion. Yeah. The play was made by Baylor Carter. So let's take a break. 1:26 left. Sachse 35, Plano East 25 here on GRS TV. Plano East not going quietly as they inch within 10 points, but fail on the 2-point conversion, so now they need an onside kick, still trailing by 10 points. If Sachse can recover this kick, they can run out the clock pretty much, because Plano East only has 1 timeout left in 1:26. And here we go with the onside. Caught, that'll do it. No penalties. Sachse should be able to run out the clock and move on. Marshall Frost, one of the good hands people, a starting running back receiver, made the catch.
Great game right here for Sachse. They did really what they wanted to do in the first half. They just weren't able to score, but they dominated the first half. They came out in the second half and really established the run straight up the middle. They got behind those big offensive linemen, and it just wore down that Plano East defense. And of course, it also helps when you pick a pass off and Braylon Brooks takes it to the end zone. That helps you out as well. So that really changed the momentum of the game in favor of Sachse.
The Sachse principal, Mr. Creel, is down there having a talk with some of the coaches. I think they're coming up with a post-game plan on how to get out of here safely tonight, maybe. Plano East players who were ejected are now outside of their locker room over there. I guess that's okay. I don't know.
5-yard penalty against the Panthers, delay of game.
But I think Mr. Creel is just trying to keep peace for after the game here in a moment. Man, it'd be interesting to see if they even shake hands. 1st and 5, Sachse. Again, the Panthers only one timeout left. Nash just runs into the back of one of his blockers and goes to the ground.
And, you know, we were watching throughout the game, there was a lot of sportsmanship on the field. Even, you know, in the third period when Nash or when one of our defensive players got hit, you know, they came over and was picking him up. And we've seen a lot of sportsmanship. It just, on the extra point, I guess it all just boiled over and they got in that little fight there. But even on this last play here, when Nash gets up, they were, you know, good sports about it.
Plano East not using their one timeout yet, so Sachse is going to run this play clock down. And it looks like they want to take a timeout. And they do, because Sachse had 2 left. Why don't we take one more break? Sachse's going to win this one 35-25 over Plano East here on GRS TV. After the timeout, Sachse will run, looks like they have to run one more play here unless Plano East takes their timeout. Mustangs are going to move to the second round for just the second time in school history as Rose takes a knee. They made it to the third round. That was a school record last year. And that will do it. They do not have to run another play. Bobby, any final thoughts?
Good luck to Sachse in the second round. They played a heck of a game tonight.
We may or may not have their next game for you, but we'll let you know. Just check with the school district. Again, our final score tonight, Sachse 35, Plano East 25. Sachse improves to 8-3. Plano East falls to 8-3. Sachse to the area round next week. Thanks to the entire GRS TV crew. Thanks to you for watching. From Homer B. Johnson Stadium, for Bobby George, I'm Scott Powell. So long, everybody.